Yo, what's up, everybody? Coming back at you with a little Ghost Recon gameplay. Just getting it in before this open beta ends. Well, when's it in? I think, Monday? So, yeah, just running around, testing things out, seeing how things react. I'm still having, issues with my AI guys. I mean, they're cool. They provide you with the basic functions that you need to play the game, but I mean, sometimes they can be really, really, really stupid. It's really to the point where you're just gonna have to accept what you're given with these guys and just keep it moving. Understand their limitations, what they will and won't do, and just enjoy the game for what it is. I have to be honest, I am having fun, but I can be partial to games like this. I like Metal Gear Solid, Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon. I enjoyed The Division for a little bit, even though it was not really a game like this. It was more of an RPG with, bullet sponge mechanics, which I knew that's what it was going to be anyway. But I like shooters. I was old school SOCOM fan. You know, so these games do it for me. So I am having fun. I do like the open world. I actually I like the fact that there is a lot to do. There's something here and then something pops up down the road. It doesn't have that Metal Gear Solid feel where everything is empty except, the dedicated towns. Anyway, so right here, I got a little something going on, and I want to explain it to you. What really pisses me off about my AI guys. And this is a perfect example of what frustrates me. Gonna take this guy out real quick and try a little something real quick right here. So this is the stuff I'm talking about. Okay, hold, and now fire. So now I want them to hold here, and just in case this guy who was to my left, who's stuck in this building, I don't know what's going on with this red enemy, but look at these guys. Hold fire. Once you tell them to fire, they act like idiots. Look at them. Look at them. They're like three little kids. They don't know what to do. I mean, how is this even acceptable? Look at these guys. What are you guys doing? What are they doing? Even if I told them to fire, why would they act in this manner? And it's probably because this bad guy right here, who you could see the red dot, he's in this building somewhere. I don't even know how to get in there. Maybe there was an entrance somewhere that went underground, or yeah, no, this is just a guy stuck in there. But forget about that. I'm really focusing on what my guys are doing when I give them orders. And I mean, Weaver ran all the way to the other side. I mean, where are they going? Literally, hold and then fire. And that fire mechanic or that fire order just has them acting really, really silly and just dumb. And I don't like this. It really makes it bad, especially if you want them to set up in a position, maybe on high ground, while you move into a little village and you give them the order to fire, they won't stay there. They'll run down to you. And to me, that's just unacceptable. It shouldn't be that way. My last video, I explained things like freedom fighters and SOCOM, and I remember in those original SOCOMs where it was like you could hold, open fire, hold fire, and those guys listened. Like, you could have them sit in one spot and open fire, and they'll just sit there and shoot at anything that comes within their vision. And that's how it should be with this. That's how they should have made these guys. The fact that in a Ghost Recon game with your AI teammates, you can't have them hold in a position while having them open fire, it really detracts from a lot of tactical situations that you might want to try to create for yourself. You know, let alone the point of that I made in my last video. These guys, they all stay together. So, you know, that's bad enough. And on top of that, these orders just make them do really silly things. So, I mean, now I'm gonna head over. This is what I was talking about before. You know, this is what I think is really good about this game, in comparison to something like Metal Gear Solid. Just, you know, a few hundred meters down the road, there's another little section. It's nothing big. It's not a big deal. Gather a little intel. You know, if there's some enemies, but it's something to do. Unlike in Metal Gear, where it was, you know, checkpoints and towns, and that's it. Everything in between, it was just barren. You know, you were extracting goats and putting traps down for invisible snakes. So there is something to be said about this open world. I have a feeling that if you buy the game and you play it, there's going to be a lot to do outside of even the story. It looks like you can just run around and upgrade your guy before you even really go into the story much. So I think that's going to be really cool for a lot of people who like to 100% games and like to really get everything in the game and do things like this. That's going to be fun. But then again, to my point, when you're doing things like this, and if you're by yourself and not with friends, your AI guys are going to drive you nuts. So you take the good with the bad, you enjoy what you have, and you know, you play the game. Little senorita lady. I don't know if she is shopping or if she operates the bodega. I don't know. Do we call them bodegas in Bolivia? Probably not, right? It's not a bodega. It's only a bodega in New York. So right now, what I'm gonna try to take these guys out with one single swipe. A little intel. Grab this up. Locate skills. That's pretty cool too, how you can, you have to decide through the entire, maybe it's not, I don't know. How could one piece of paper give me 3 different pieces of intel that I have to choose from? I don't know. There's going to be certain things in the game that probably going to not make much sense. Like when I was playing the multiplayer, every person had to individually grab intel or track something. You couldn't do it as one cohesive unit. So if one guy drove up to a piece of intel, the partner couldn't hop out and grab the intel. You had to hop out of the truck and get it yourself as well. So little things like that I think are kind of dumb. If you're playing with a team, I really don't think it should matter. You guys should be able to all separate and just grab stuff all over the map, but maybe that's why they didn't do it. But then at that point you make it like a radius. You have to be within a certain radius to get it.
Roger that. Moving. I need a better position. I got it. Moving position. Copy. Target ready to fire.
Go a little 1, 2, 3 fire. Sit down.
That's it. We're clear.
Alright guys, well, I think I only have a few more minutes in this video. I just wanted to get my point across on some things, you know, especially if it is an open beta, so I will be mostly critiquing the things that bother me rather than really speaking to the game's strengths, which it does have some really good moments, some satisfying moments, for instance, like that right there, taking out that group of guys. That, you know, that was fun, and it worked. I would have preferred my guys had come up to me on the roof, and they didn't, but what are you gonna do? Alright.
I'll drive.
see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the rest of what I got here. Peace.
Fire!
I'm engaging tangos. Got him.
It's a Santa Blanca commendation. Those Sicarios will be missing this. Think I can wear this with my Class A uniform?
Good to go.